Feeling blue? Get yourself some cider.
I'm Greg.
I'm Julie, and we're the Crafty Whiners.
Hard cider, because regular
Hard
cider is not going to take away the blues.
True.
So, like most of our hard apple cider recipes, this starts with a cider that is the result of watching our base hard apple cider video, which we'll link above. And this is the resulting hard cider. It's got about 7% ABV. It's had sorbate, potassium sorbate added to it so that you can safely add things like blueberries or sugar to it without it restarting fermentation. And it has a pH level that makes it mostly shelf stable, although we will retest it during this process. She's wanting this to be more blueberry than appley, so we're intentionally not adding the 12-ounce can of concentrate at this point in time, because we want to taste this later after it's got blueberry in it to see if we want to add more sweet and more apple taste.
Right.
So that's why there's headroom in here. The headroom works to our advantage because the infuser will fit, but normally that headroom is to allow us to add that can of apple juice concentrate.
Right. Which we do on most of our recipes, but this is...
And we might end up doing that on this. We're going to play this by ear.
Yeah. We had this idea came from when where were we at? Someplace with our grandkids for her birthday. Dave & Buster's. They had a Two Towns blueberry cider, I think it was, on tap, and it was really good, but I thought we could improve on their version of it.
Make it more blueberry-y.
And yeah, make it more blueberry-y. It's not easy to say.
So that's probably enough preface. We know what we're doing. We're going to add, this is what, a full pound of frozen, thawed blueberries.
It is actually half a pound.
Okay.
Because a full pound won't fit
in our infuser.
And then I just... Oops, sorry. I am squirting myself too. I defrosted these frozen blueberries in the microwave. And on the defrost setting, I didn't cook them. And then I just mush them up to get the juice out.
If you have fresh blueberries, and lucky you, but you also will want to freeze them and let them thaw, because that helps break down the cell walls and it helps release the juice. You want as much juice to come out as possible.
And then as you're squishing it, I'm using a potato masher, you'll see. They come in handy for other things too. Squishing it gets a lot more of the juice out.
You don't need to use an infuser, but if you don't, the blueberries, at least some of them, are going to float, and it could be kind of hard to get them out later.
Do you want the spoon?
I do not. I'm going to try to get a lot of this juice out because it's just going to cause a mess for us when we try to put it in the infuser.
Oh, you lost blueberry.
I saw that. I think that happened last time too. When we racked it, we had one blown mystery blueberry.
One blueberry.
So you would be smart to have some kind of a big bowl to help assist in keeping stuff from falling out. But two of us can probably accomplish this.
If I stand up, oh, there's a nori underneath me.
There's always a nori underneath us. Everything has been sanitized, including our hands. So this is going to go away. I'm going to write on my batch note that we want this to sit. We typically try to test things every 3 days. I know for a fact we're not going to be filming again for a week. So I'm going to probably just write down that we want to go ahead and test this the day before we're going to normally film, and we'll know if it's close, and then we can come back on camera on the following day.
And while we do taste test them typically every 3 days, our experience has been that these fruits usually take at least a week to really get the flavor that we want.
Yeah, it's safe to wait 6 days between, for sure. Usually at 3 days, stuff is not ready, but we have had the occasion, like especially with stronger things like hops, or with our holiday cider, which I'll link above. You can get way too much cloves and or cinnamon very quickly, so it's just best to, every 3 days to take a taste. And who minds taking a taste every 3 days?
I don't mind.
So we will come back after we are pretty satisfied that the blueberries have been in there long enough, and we'll go from there. Okay, it's been about 7 days, and we're ready to see if this is sat long enough in our infuser, or if the infuser is sat long enough in the.
I was gonna say, it sat in the infuser?
So I know there's a lot of flavor in this infuser right now that I want to make sure I get at least a good portion of it out. And I'm going to stir this up a little bit.
Yeah, it's darker at the bottom than the top. The blueberry juice is heavy.
I'm going to use this bowl to hold the infuser and let some of the juice come out while we're testing. Stir it up a little bit better. There's a lot of sediment at the bottom that I'm stirring into this, but that's fine because we're going to end up cold crashing it before we carbonate it. So, and we don't know yet if we want to add apple juice to it to make it taste more like apple.
Right. It's got a good color.
Yeah, it definitely got good color from the berries.
It smells like blueberry.
If it smelled like strawberry, I would be very curious.
It tastes like blueberry, but it needs some more
Yeah, there's
zhuzhing.
there's not a lot of flavor. There's a hint of blueberry. There's no apple. And it's completely dry.
I don't think we want a lot of apple though, because blueberry's kind of a milder flavor. You don't want we don't want to lose the blueberry altogether.
No,
But we've got this.
It's obvious that it's not going to get it just from the berries.
Right.
So we can add some sugar-free blueberry syrup. And it's fine if you want to use blueberry syrup, sugared, because we have added sorbate.
Yep.
So it's not going to start coming in again.
What order do you want to do this in? Do you want to put in some apple first and then blueberry?
So the thought process is that we will add syrup to get the blueberry level where she wants it. And that's also bringing sweet because there's sweet in the syrup. So when she gets the blueberry to the right level, if we're okay with it getting sweeter, we can put
A little
apple juice. And we have half a can here that we used last week. And if we need more than that, I'll get more.
Okay, so why don't we do our normal
2 ounces.
2 ounces to start?
So we're writing all this on our note so we can reproduce this.
The goal is for this to be better than 2 towns.
Well, from our experience, usually the ones that we make at home do end up being better than the commercial ones. I'm going to use the sucky thing to get as much of the syrup out as we can because it's potent and it's not cheap.
No, it's not.
It's not terribly expensive either.
Well, this is one of the better ones, price-wise.
Don't want to waste it.
Smells good. It's closer, but I think you could use a little more blueberry.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, more isn't going to hurt it. I don't know if you want 1 or 2 more ounces, but
Let's try 1.
I'm not worried about the sweet level at this moment. It didn't.
No, it wasn't.
It didn't sweeten it much.
It was still tart. Okay, there's another ounce. I think I probably could have done 2. No? You don't agree?
Just double check it. Think about it carbonated.
Oh, yeah, that's always a...
Which is going to add a little bit of bitterness from the carbonic acid.
I'm trying to picture the flavor of the blueberry in the lemonade and how much blueberry level that is. I think another ounce is probably...
It's apples and lemons.
I know.
Okay, I think it's... In my opinion, it's good, but another ounce isn't going to hurt.
Good without adding any apple?
It depends on if you want this to taste primarily of apple or primarily of...
Well, yeah.
But it's still very dry, and I think that's what you were after.
I didn't want something super sweet.
It's not sweet, and I'm pretty sure that will sweeten it.
Well, I know it will.
So
Try
it
this
really
last
depends on if you're wanting dry or a little bit like a
like
semi-sweet.
semi-sweet.
But
Is kind of what
this will make it semi-sweet, and this another ounce might too. We'll see in a second. Sometimes it's a trick to figure out what it's going to taste like
Do you want to rinse that?
carbonated, but if you get it right, it's great. And if you don't get it right, it's still pretty good. So it's not the end of the world if we overdo it or underdo it. We'll just make an adjustment next time.
We learn for next time.
This is the first time we've done this, if you can't tell.
The blueberry, yes.
The blueberry apple cider.
We've done a lot. Oh yeah, we did blueberry lemonade, which is my favorite. And we've done a lot of cider, but
We thought
blueberry.
this one we would give you the chance to see us figuring out how to adjust it on the fly.
And honestly, I didn't think of blueberry until I tried the one at Dave and Buster's. I was like, oh, blueberry. Why didn't I think of that?
Shout out to Dave and Buster's.
And Two Towns. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think I want to add apple to it. It's dry with just a touch of sweet from the syrup.
So, there are a couple things we can do when there's a road that can be traveled.
The road.
We can split this into 2 half-gallons and keep one the same, and on the other half-gallon, add apple to it, and then see which one we like the best carbonated.
That's true. Do you want to do that?
Why not?
Okay.
So we don't necessarily need to do that on camera. You know how to split it into 2 half-gallons? Well, let's do it.
Might as well just do it. Put a little apple in one of them and leave the rest.
What am I drinking?
Uh,
That's jalapeno something.
Peach jalapeno.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we've got this half-gallon that we're going to move half of this approximately into, and then we're going to use this one to put the apple juice in and test. And having half a can of apple juice should work out just about right with our half a gallon.
We may not need the whole half, but we'll see.
And I do have a brand new auto siphon here because I realized that the last one was sucking prematurely. It would start
Sounds like a problem.
it would start gasping for air at the bottom, but not quite at the bottom. And I tried siliconing it and several other things and decided I'm just going to try a new one. And guess what? This one works so much better. This new one. I think the seals were worn out. So if your auto siphon sucks prematurely, check the seals or just get a new one.
Or get some medication for that.
Okay, so I'm going to start a new batch note because on the bottles that we bottle from this, we want to make sure we know what's different about the two. So this was a 6-gallon batch of apple cider. It's batch number 87 in this case. And we split it into 6 individual gallons. So this is 87-4. So this is going to be now 87-4-2 because they're splitting it again. And we're going to call that apple cider blueberry with concentrate. We're going to call this one that because I have more room in it.
Yeah. All right, I'll stick this one to the side.
And then I'm going to put on there that it was split from 87-4.
Stick this over here.
Okay, I'm going to clear some of this out of the way and we will continue. So we are dealing with a half a gallon. We normally put a full can of apple juice concentrate in a full gallon. So that's why I said having a half of a can here. It's actually a little less than half of a can. Probably is going to end up being about right. But are you saying you want to put half of a can?
Well.
And where is our measurer?
Oh, sorry. I put it to the side. This measurer?
This measurer. So this is normally 12 ounces, and I'm guessing that there's probably, looks like about a third. I could go for 5, so we'd want to go like 2.5 if we want half of this.
Yeah. Let's try it.
If I wanted to be more specific, I could obviously pour it all into a measuring cup and see how much was in there, but I think this is going to be close enough. So plus 2.5 ounces of apple juice concentrate. Also, this is very potent, so it's good to use the second thing to get all the concentrate out. So we're not losing any of it.
I get to stir. I feel special.
I'm supervising.
Are you? Am I meeting your expectations?
I don't know. I think that bubble was unnecessary, but I'm going to let it slide for now.
All right.
May go in your file.
Write me up.
Okay, so we're expecting this to be a little more appley and a little
A
sweeter.
little sweeter. Yeah. I don't think I would put any more apple in it. I think it's good.
I agree. So that was it. I think that's all we're going to do on it. There's definitely enough blueberry, and now there's more sweet. Definitely, I mean, where the other one really wasn't sweet, this one is a little bit now. And then a little hint of apple. I think that's pretty good.
I think it's good.
So imagining again what that's going to be like carbonated, I think it's going to be pretty tasty.
So if this is the one we decide we like the best, next time we would put 5 ounces, essentially, in a full gallon.
On a full gallon.
Yeah.
Whoops, I did not record. We ended up, no, the other one recorded the syrup.
Oh,
Did we only put 2? I only wrote down 2.
no, we put 3.
So let's just change it
Yeah.
to 3. Which would have been a big problem
Oh,
if we
no,
wouldn't.
that's not true. We put 4. We put 3 and then I added 1 more. So 4.
4 total.
4 total, yes. Okay.
So now both of these are going to end up going into the fridge and cold crashing for 3 days because there is going to be some sediment that's going to come out. There was some sediment to start off with that I stirred up. And then we will auto siphon it into our carbonator and force carbonate it. We've had this discussion on other ones. You can naturally carbonate it. It's going to be a little tricky with this one
Because
there's going to be sugar that we put in, not very much sugar, but you probably would be okay because of this very small amount.
Probably almost the right amount of sugar for natural.
It could be. I'll put the calculations up when I edit this. So to give you an idea how much extra sugar you need to add for the carbonation level if you wanted to naturally carbonate it, you can watch both of our videos that I linked above for naturally carbonating and force carbonating. We are going to force carbonate it though, so that this will be done by the time we re-record our videos next week and we can taste it and tell you how it is.
Yep.
So we'll be back. Okay, it's been a while.
It's been
Almost a month.
Yeah.
And it's been carved and sitting in the fridge for a while. So
It's cold. It's nice and cold.
it's cold.
Should I open it up?
Yep. We have not nice catch with your elbow. We have not tasted this yet.
Nope.
So this will be a surprise.
It's
Lots of
really
fizz.
fizzy. It's got a pretty color.
So if I have not already linked the forced carbonation video, I will. Otherwise, you can search for it, and it'll be in the description below. But that's how we got this nice fizz, is forced carbonation.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. I don't remember what the brand was that I had at Dave & Buster's. Was it Two Towns, maybe? That had the blueberry cider, but this tastes... it was good. I liked it. But this has more blueberry flavor to it than that one did. I like
Let me
it.
taste that. This does have more flavor.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I like it.
This is probably one of our better ones, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide it. Tristan's coming over. We're gonna have to hide it.
We didn't end up with a lot of bottles of it.
It's true. I think we only have 4. Well, I'll hide 3 of them.
Good luck with that. The color is nice too.
I do.
It's
That's good.
dark.
It looks like it should for blueberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one is highly recommended.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching this video on Blueberry Apple Cider. Please leave comments if you try it or if you have questions. We will respond to you. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel. And until next time.